Welcome back to another podcast show of mine. Today we're with Julio. What do you do, Julio? What is your profession right now?
So right now I'm a business consultant. I'm an actor and a TV personality in Puerto Rico.
Nice. And then we got Daniel. We obviously Daniel's been in the other videos before. We got a new guest too as well. Jonah. Jonah's gonna probably be a regular on the podcast as well. So introduce yourself again, Jonah.
I'm Jonah. I don't know, been friends with AJ for a minute now, and decided to hop in his Discord, and it is what it is.
Yes. All right. So my first question is I guess for Julio. Since you do acting and all that stuff, and then so I guess and you teach classes for what was it again?
People that want to monetize their knowledge, like
Right. So
how to sell your knowledge online.
exactly, what are the differences? I guess stress wise, do you have more of like a struggle with? You know what I mean, the acting or the teaching aspect of your career?
So essentially, so I could tell a little bit about my story. I started like 2 years ago selling my knowledge in the area of cryptocurrencies, and I did like real well. I scaled that to over six figures,
Hmm.
selling like my courses and my coaching and my programs. So I figured out like I know how to model, I know how to sell, I know how to do webinars, like, and I know what makes people buy. So I can
Hmm.
teach other people like how to take their passion, their knowledge, package it up as a irresistible offer
Hmm.
that people feel stupid saying no. And essentially, that's what I do right now. But I think that the most difficult part is acting because acting is like very competitive, especially over here in like in California. You know, there are too much actors. I'm not local. I'm Puerto Rican. I think that sometimes like my accent is like something I need to work on.
Right.
But essentially, it's pretty interesting. It's like a challenge, you know. You don't like quit on your challenges. You just move forward always. So you become a better version of yourself.
Wow. I mean, shit. That was pretty good. So for acting wise, like, what are the things you've acted in?
So I have done right now like two like major things. The first one that I did was recently I went to Atlanta, Georgia,
Uh,
to be with Kevin Hart, and I did like a part with him. I was basically in the part that I was doing for Die Hard season 2. I was like directing him, like
oh,
being his director in the part. So essentially, it was pretty cool because I got to meet Kevin Hart. He's a pretty cool dude and
right.
like very like funny dude,
Is
like
he really as
natural,
short? Is he
funny.
really as short as people say?
Yeah, he's really small. He's like this. It's like super small, and but
Like,
he's super cool, dude. Like and funny.
right.
Yeah, like super. He's like this and
Yeah,
very funny, dude.
yeah.
It's super funny naturally. Like he starts to speak and he's like naturally funny. It's like he doesn't act, you know.
Right.
Like so that's pretty cool. And the other thing that I did, it was a movie recently with Chris Soriano.
Oh,
It's called Joe. It's a horror movie, so it's gonna soon come out. And definitely like looking forward for other opportunities.
right. That's awesome, man. I mean, like, same here with all of us as well. I know Daniel wants to be like a famous pilot. That's probably why he's like there as well. I'm trying to help my buddies branch out everywhere. You know what I mean? Jonah wants to be a famous gamer or whatever. What was it again, Jonah? I forget.
Nah, I wanted to be a pilot, bro.
A pilot as well. A
I'm just
pilot.
gaming.
Yeah, but
I
like
just game for
like
fun.
nowadays, like we're just all trying to like put our name out there. You know what I mean? Especially me, I'm trying to be a famous fitness trainer or even like a famous podcaster, and just bring everybody along to it as well. So obviously, you guys know like my story. I don't know if my fans know or my subs or subscribers know my story as well, but I'm just kind of give it a little brief summary and stuff. Obviously, these two know how my lifestyle was. I was a crazy kid in high school. I did the most craziest things probably, like not the craziest. I didn't jump off roofs or anything, but football was fun and everything. I met a lot of cool friends. What I'm trying to, I guess my personality, I want to be something more. I guess more in like the Hollywood scene or in the YouTube scene, and I want to bring along my friends. You know what I mean? I don't want to do this for myself because they literally accepted me for who I was like back then and how goofy I was, and through like series of events. I guess. I don't know. That's just probably the short version of it. I didn't really grow up hard, like in like a hard life or anything. I grew up in Yorba Linda, the suburbs
Okay.
area. You know what I mean? Um,
Yes.
just basically that's basically it.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
And I think that everybody has their own story, and
right,
like the way that life works is that you start once you have your goal, like all the life experience that you had, they work for you.
exactly.
Life happens not to you, for you, and that's something I'm very like grateful that like you're being able to start your own podcast, start your
Right,
own fan base, and be able to share your story. That's super powerful, being
right.
able to share your story.
And what about you, Jonah?
What about me? Basically, same as you. Just grew up in the suburbs, bro. Not really too much going on, but some things led me down to the point where I fell in love with like being in the air and flying planes and stuff like that. So that's why I've strive to become a pilot as well. Right now, I'm working just trying to get my money up so that I can pay for school and stuff like that, not have to worry about not having an income and stuff like that. So
That's pretty nice. What about you, Daniel? Your turn.
I'm trying to be the pilot for a certain controversial individual.
There you go.
One, I think we all know who I'm talking about. The man, the myth, the legend, motherfucking Top G.
We can talk
There's
more
only
about
one.
that. We can talk about more about that later. But okay, yeah,
There's only one way up the ladder.
yeah. I can barely hear him. So then my next question is, so why come to America and I guess instead of just staying over there where you were, why come over here? Like, what are the differences from over there to over here? Like, what would what's different about, I guess, putting your name out there more than you were over there than over here? You know what I mean?
You mean to me or to him?
No, to you, to you.
Oh, to me,
Yeah,
so
sorry,
just
sorry.
yeah, because I thought that you were talking to him. So so I think that over here in California, there's like more opportunities in terms of acting.
Mm,
Like I could say that I made it in Puerto Rico and in TV. I have been like a lot of times in TV,
mm,
like in live TV and everything. But I wanted to like actually make it like big, like over here like in the US, like in the cinema industry, and like and I discovered acting, and I was like, that's one of my passions. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. I'm young,
mm,
and at least like my type of job that I do, like I can schedule my own time. That's one of the like main benefits of being like your own like entrepreneur. Like you
mm,
could once you figure out what you're good at, and you're like making good money at it, so you could like do your own schedule.
mm.
That's
Nice.
super important.
Right.
I would say like everybody, they have like a special ability. They might be sales. It might be even teaching language. Like I know a person that he makes like $1 million a month teaching other people how to talk Spanish people to English
Oh, speak
people.
English and
So
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, so he has like a very big consulting coaching business, and that's super big. I would say like anybody that's out there, try to find out what you're an expert at that you could teach others, because one of the thing is that everybody has something to teach. Because if you put your life into a scale from 1 to 10, let's say that you're a 5, you could still teach four, three, the level 4, 3, 2, 1, to even people that are 0. And
Yeah, that
because
makes sense.
that's like we have like a battle like inside, like, oh, we need to have everything on like we have to know everything, and like the imposter syndrome comes to our life, and we're like, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't feel worthy, and like and we don't take action, and life passes by, and there's something that you could never get back, and it's called like years of your life.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to do with the fitness channel and stuff. I know I'm not like the strong or I'm not like the I guess the god bod kind of like physique, but I'm definitely the strong physique of it. You know what I mean? I can teach people the strength basis of working out and stuff. You don't have to always look like you know what I mean, like Thor or whatever, but you can still be strong to protect your loved ones, or you know what I mean. Or I can even train. I know physical. I guess not physical. I know martial arts like boxing. I've took boxing forever, so I train in that as well. I can train with that like a lot of the training that I do based off of like just like physical training, I don't know like mental or like I don't know like what you do like the crypto stuff, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to do all that. And like so say like if you were trying to sell me your class, like how would you pitch it out to me, you know what I mean?
So if I like the thing is that people don't know that to sell things online, especially webinars, I have sold like hundreds of thousands of dollars to the Spanish market, like Latin American market, is that it has a frame. Like you like me pitching you a product, I can be like, hey, buy my $1,000 course because you're not gonna buy it, or my $1,000 package, because it doesn't make sense. But it has a frame. For example, you go from an intro and you tell your story, how did you got into it, like your struggles, because you need to be a person that is relatable to like the public, and you tell your story from like basically from you going from not knowing anything, people talking bad about you, like a lot of things, and you have success, and then you're gonna share three secrets. Like for example, three secrets are gonna be like the limiting beliefs that people have. For example, what is a limiting belief that people have about investing? For example, that you need to have a lot of money. So, and one of my secrets, it could be like, oh, in crypto you can start only with $2, and before you think about that limiting belief, like, oh, I don't have that much money, you're like, oh wow, I didn't know that you could start only with $2, like, for example, or that you need a lot of time. So I say that secret number two, that I'm gonna break that limiting belief. It's gonna be like, oh, crypto is 24/7, that you could do it anytime that you want. You start breaking those
Yeah,
limiting
like
beliefs.
build your own schedule, kind of in a way.
You basically break like their limiting beliefs before they
Yeah.
think about it, and then you ask for the sell. And then you say like, oh, I wish I could teach you everything that I know in 1 hour, but right now I can't, but I did this special program that for 8 weeks I'm going to teach you this and this and this, and you stack the offer, so you make the offer look like bigger, like more value. Like for example, it costs 1,000 this class, 2,000 this, and then you go like, but because you're here today and you're a person that takes action, I'm gonna give you a discount of 90%, and you ended up selling it. And then
Yeah.
you close them. That's pretty cool, man. I love to do it because
That's awesome. Yeah.
like I didn't thought that was something that I struggled at first, because I thought like nobody's gonna buy from me at $1,000 course. But I'm very grateful that like I was like in a team that they actually did it, and like I was like, if they did it, I can do it, and I started doing it, and I built my, like, I sold over 1,000 students $1,000 course.
Dang. So I mean, your wealth is pretty up there. Then you know, what I mean, we're not going to discuss that on the podcast, obviously,
No,
this, but
it's not talking about like the world. It's not just talking about like just like the experience and like knowing how to sell. I think that if it doesn't matter if I could go to zero right now, like I don't have any nothing on money, and I know in a year I could make it all back because I have the skills of selling. I know what sells and what make people buy it. That takes. So what I would tell everybody, it doesn't matter actually, like if you have money or not right now. What matters is that you develop the skills of selling and closing people. If you learn to sell, you will never go hungry.
what do you feel about that, Jonah?
It's pretty crazy. So yeah, but I want to ask, what got you into like acting and learning how to basically sell to people? What got you in all that?
So I have a really interesting background. Like what got me into selling, I started selling first houses in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a real estate broker, and I had to figure out real quick how to sell people, because I was when I got my license, I was so young. I was like 21 years old, and people wouldn't take me seriously. So I had to sell people and first into selling and them the idea that I could sell them their houses, so I could get the contract of selling their houses and then selling it to other people. But since I learned how to sell like houses, that is like a pretty big thing, because people usually like think a lot about, oh my god, like it's gonna be my house, it's gonna be one of the biggest investments of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn how to make people buy in the real estate, and then like how do I transition that into selling it online. And so it was like a script and a process that I followed, that a formula, like I found out, and it usually closes like 10%. Like if I know for a fact if 100 people are connected in the class,
Mm-hmm.
like live, I know that at least I'm gonna sell from 5 to 10%. Usually I go for 10% in conversion. So it's essentially a problem of traffic, how many people you can get to the class. And the other thing you asked me about acting.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend that he's like a producer here in California. He told me like, oh, all the movies that I'm gonna do, I want you to be on them, and I want you to learn. So he sent me to acting school. So that's what right now I'm doing.
For
Where's your
sure.
acting school located at?
It's in LA, LA Acting Studios. It's in Hollywood.
How much do those courses usually cost to be in to go through those classes and all that?
It's around $275 a month. It's not that
Not that
bad.
bad, no,
Like
not that bad.
I thought it was gonna be more expensive because of here in California, everything is expensive.
Right. Did you
Mm-hmm.
always want to be an actor, or you always? I mean, did you ever think like, oh, I'm gonna try to be an actor as soon as I get down here, or after all my life goals and all that stuff? You always wanted to be an actor?
Oh no, it was I got the first experience to be in a movie. I was like, I want to do this, and I figured out like if I apply what I know and more people get to know me, I'm gonna scale even bigger. Like my company, like $10 million, millions of dollars online. Like because I know people that actually do that they make millions of dollars online, but it's because a lot of people know them. So I need to get known more.
Because like obviously everyone, I think everyone in this group, like in the call, wants to be an actor in some kind of movie. You know what I mean? So like, I guess another question I'm going to ask you is how could you tell us like, oh, like this is like a good route to take. This is what you guys should be learning. This is what you guys should be practicing. Like the first steps on
So
becoming an actor.
for the first step, I would say try to find out like your network is your net worth. Like try to find out people who you can get to connected because like proximity is superpower. I couldn't have the opportunity to be with Kevin Hart or to be in the movies I have been like with my friend because if I didn't know him, like try to get proximity to people that are like successful in business or successful in what you want to do. So you can learn from them and add value to them. So when it's the right time, they can add value to your life. I would say and practice I go like find a script and start like reading and practice it if you have like for
Yeah.
example what I do it's like I have a script right now for example and I go with my wife and we practice it together.
Dang. Because I know Jonah wants to be Miles Morales. You know what I mean?
Bro, I don't know why you keep putting words in my mouth.
I know
But
Ethan.
I want to know how y'all two met.
So we met at the
You
gym
know,
actually. I was carrying some
Yeah.
I was carrying like 400 pounds, whatever, benching it, and he wanted to spot me. I was like, I don't know if you can. I'm just kidding.
All right, there's no way you were benching 400 pounds.
Oh, welcome,
oh,
Ethan. By the way, everyone, this is Ethan. You've seen him in one of the other videos as well. I don't know why he's not showing his face though. How did we meet, Julio? I think
I
we
don't
were.
know, I
I think
forgot.
we met through Matt. I think you were walking up to Matt.
Oh yeah, I was talking with Matt, that's true, yes.
Yeah, to ask a question about like whatever we were doing, what workout we were doing. So that's how we met at the gym. Yeah. Questions, Jonah.
oh, my bad, my bad.
How
Hey,
about you,
Ethan,
Gab? It's not a joking thing, Ethan. This is a very serious podcast. I know Ethan wants to be another Dwayne Johnson. I don't know if you guys know his physique. He looks more like, his little brother or whatever. But that's pretty sick, man. Like your whole life story is like I guess like from when you started to like now, you're doing pretty good, dude. Like I
Yeah,
would
man.
like to say to myself.
I started like everybody. They didn't have like those connection, or like I didn't have a lot of money. Like when I started out, I was broke like a few years ago. Like and I had to hustle my way up, man. Like learning to sell. I would say everybody learn to sell. That's the number one skill that you guys need to develop. If you can sell, you can sell to one person, to 10 people, 100 people, and always I would say also to commit to your word. Also, that's super powerful. Like whatever you say, like stick to it.
Yeah,
Also,
because
you were talking about networking. What's the best way to put yourself out there? Because networking is like a really big thing, especially in your industry. It's all about who you know. Like
Yep.
people can get you into different places and all that, but how or what's the best way like for somebody to just go and meet a bunch of new people that are in different industries?
What I will say that this is what I did personally to start meeting people. I started going to meetup events.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, the app Meetup, you download it, and sorry, for example, the areas that I wanted to know people was like business, technology, like entrepreneurship. I started to go in there and just talking to random people. Hey, what do you do? Oh, that's pretty cool, and like being friendly and being with the learning mindset also, like, and the most important thing to network is not to be a person of that's trying to take from people,
Mm-hmm.
because people feel that energy. Like when you try to take about them, they like bug you off. But if you go with like a mindset of cool, relax, just talk to them about their business, share
Mm-hmm.
business cards, then follow up like in a few days. Hey, I saw this, and that's how you like get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So what
Okay.
did you think about, I guess, my your interpretation of me? Like when you saw me, you're like, oh, this guy's a jokester or
You
whatever.
remind me, you remind me a lot about a lot like I mean like in terms of reflection, because I was like that type of guy that, oh, I wanna like do this and wanna do that and like go forward for it. So you remind me a lot of myself like when I was younger. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But I like to envision what I'm gonna do, and I mean, like I said, I don't really like to do anything but myself. I mean, I know I should be trying to. I guess I should be selfish when it comes to like my own like personal goals and stuff, but it does make sense to bring whoever was with you from the bottom to the top, as like a
definitely.
like a family
That's
aspect. You know
loyalty.
what I mean?
Yeah, loyalty.
Yeah,
That's
loyalty.
something
Yeah,
that loyalty. That's super important.
yeah,
Everybody should be loyal to the people that help them out in their beginnings.
yeah. Because I mean, like I used to be. I wouldn't say like not loyal to any of my friends, but like I have a whole story to that too as well. Like from like whenever I started from doing all this stuff to like now. Um,
Okay.
But I mean, I just loyalty is my biggest thing right now too. With relationship wise, friendship wise, and what I mean, like just family wise. Loyalty is the biggest thing, I guess. And I know for sure you can take that loyalty with you when you're trying to make it big. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But I want
Yep.
to be an influencer. I want to be on YouTube. I want to be on TikTok, Instagram to be
You
influencing.
already are. You just you're putting the work, you're putting the time. It's just a matter of time, and what everybody should do, for example, is start to see how you can collaborate with people, so you can get people from other audience and do cross promoting.
Right. Should we? What else should we talk about though? Daniel, what questions do you have? I know you had some. This is like.
Not at the moment, no. I did, but I'm kind of occupied.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like eating or something?
No, he's driving home.
So I
No,
get,
no, I'm looking for an important document, like actually very.
gosh.
Yeah,
Anyways,
he's gonna be flying and he needs it. So
wanted me to talk about like the political side of like of what's going on. Do you like what people from other countries like? I guess he was saying that they love Trump. Like, is that true? Like, did you actually like respect Trump over there in a different country than you do over
Like
here?
in Puerto Rico, it's like here in the U.S. Like people have their different perspective in terms of politics. There are people that believe in him and people that don't. But in Puerto Rico, when usually over there, like when Trump was in there, people were like happy with him.
Yeah. Do you have your conspiracies over there in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, but people have conspiracy theories is that they didn't want him to win, that they stole the elections and all those
Yeah.
things.
Okay, so you have the same conspiracy theories over here, or the same one that we have over here than over there too. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we were talking about about how Hollywood is over there too. Like, I guess over here, I mean, about like all the crazy stuff that goes down in it and all this. Like, what do you think? What do you think about what I had said to you? I don't know if we should bring it up right now, like, or talk about it on this, but like, you know what I mean, mindset wise, what did you think about it? Like, did you take it home
Yeah,
with you and you were like, oh
I say
crap?
like well, there's crazy things like that, that you need to be like aware of it. That
Right.
world, like there are people and out there doing things, strange things, and you just need to be like um scared to deal with any of the situation. If ever like you ever have to encounter something like that, but just try to avoid it, like.
There's gonna be a lot, man. There's gonna be a lot since I mean, obviously you're making your mark and you're making some noise out here in America. There's gonna be a lot of people that have that mindset, and I guess I'm not saying you do that. You have that greed, but like greedy people would do that right away without even thinking about you know what I mean, like the consequences of their own actions later. You know what I mean? Like I had the whole
Yeah,
incident with this.
yeah, I know what you mean. Like people they wanna get the fast track, like
Right.
the fast things, and it's like it's scary. Like I hope that I have never have to like deal with a situation like that.
Do you know what we're talking about, Jonah?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you know the whole like selling your soul for like fame and everything, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you've
yeah.
heard of that stuff, right? Like, what is your
Yeah.
like your
My views on
interpretation?
it?
Yeah, your views on that. Yeah.
Uh, I
Like,
don't know.
what could you tell Julio right now? Like, he didn't know anything that I had was saying. Like, he didn't know I like had no idea that that was actually a thing out here.
Okay, yeah. Like people, uh, my interpretation of when you sell your soul, kind of like for fame, it's more so over that you screw everybody else around you over, and like you're just focused solely on yourself. So, when that time where you do get all the fame and the glory and the money that you have, it's more like you have nobody else around you that you could really trust. So you're kind of just by yourself, you know. So that's what my interpretation of when you sell your soul for like fame and fortune is like you've you've kind of screwed up everybody else over. Nobody wants to like nobody's going to be there to celebrate with you when you're at the top
Hmm.
kind of thing. So you're kind of by yourself, lonesome, kind of depressed about everything because you have all this, but you have nobody to share it with. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you, what do you think? Like AJ?
Well, I mean, I guess that could be one. I guess good valid like point as well. I think there's another side to it. I know for sure. What about like the whole satanic things? You know what I mean? The rituals and like the cutting your shit. Like there's a video that's been surfacing online with the I think it was MGK and Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. They would like drink each other's blood. You know what I mean? Like,
that shit's
yeah. So,
weird.
because I mean, they were popping for a while. Like, they were drinking each other's blood, and the Kardashians, the whole scene with that. I think they had sacrificed their father or something like that. And then
What?
it's just everything that the craziest things that you can possibly think of. Every actor has done it. Every superstar has done that. You know what I mean? With the Hulk Hogan, what happened? What did he say?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say, Daniel?
It's just, I mean, like when it comes to dressing up as a woman and as a man, you know what I mean? Like Tyga's done it, YG's done it, Harry Styles, every like Young Thug, everyone just they do like out of the ordinary type of things to like stand out to people. So they'd be like, "Oh, well, this guy's wearing a dress. Like, what the hell is going on here?" You know what I mean? They just do crazy stuff to like, you know what I mean? To like I guess be more known. That's like it's like a satanic thing. Me as a Christian man, like I wouldn't do that to like become famous. I would just grind hard and just talk about specific things that people like to hear. You know what I mean? Like fitness or I'm gonna do a gaming channel soon. You know what I mean? So just a lot of the stuff. I wouldn't do that. And I know you wouldn't do it either. I don't know. I don't know if Jonah would do it, but I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah. What?
I think that like people have like they made their own decisions, like, and sometimes they don't think about the consequences of what are the actions, and you always have to be aware of what you do, and make sure if if those are gonna be like a decision that you're gonna make, like you're like 100% like aware of the consequences of what's gonna happen to you.
Yeah. But I mean that's just Hollywood. That's just Hollywood itself. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens out there, and I mean this group and everything, and we would go through like music stuff together. We would like meet people together. We would go through shows and all that stuff. It was a cool like scenery, and that's why I love like that feeling of being famous or that feeling of being known because of that like environment that I was in before. I guess that leads to another question like do you want to be like A-list celebrity famous or do you want to just be known? You know what I mean?
I think I want to be like, if I'm gonna aspire to something big, like I'm gonna want to be like like A list, but like, but like being the difference, making sure like always have my values and like
Mm.
and always help people. Like because if I'm out like up there, I don't want to be alone. I want to be helping others
But
to
are you
because
ready to kind of like live that lifestyle of like not no like no privacy at all?
eh, I already told my wife I'm like if I make it big in Hollywood, like she doesn't like the idea, but who knows? Like that's the thing. I just live at the moment, YOLO.
Yeah. What about you, Jonah? How famous would you want to be if you were to like have a choice?
If I had a choice, like fame wise, probably like a D-list celebrity, bro. I don't want to be too famous where I ain't got no privacy, but I do kind of want to be well known. Like I
Right.
want my name to like live on like after I'm gone, kind of thing. But I mean, everybody's got their own kind of views on how famous they want to be in life. So
Yeah, I want to be A-list. I want to be A-list for sure because I mean A-list is like everyone knows you. Like you can't even take a shit in peace without someone trying to shit with you. I want to have like
nah,
that fame. You know what I mean?
that shit's weird, bro. No, I'm good.
I want people to because I want someone to know that like I'm over here in the bathroom like I need toilet paper. I wouldn't even think about it. Like they'll throw it under there for me. You know what I mean? They already have it for me. I
They
don't
gonna
know.
come wipe your ass with their hands.
I just want to make my presence known. I want to have a purpose to this world. I want to aspire to like have other people like be inspired by me. You know what I mean? I want people to like follow my footsteps and like I guess I'm not an underdog. I'm like what would I consider myself? More I would consider some like more so as like the bronze, not the brains. You know what I mean? I want people to understand like that we still have a life out here too. Obviously, people like live through that aspect of life of who they are. I don't know how to explain it, but like why what if you were famous, what would you do to like inspire people to want to be like you or not like you, but like live a good
Well,
life?
like one of the things I would like to do, like it's like to go to Nepal and build schools, and go to Pakistan and build like water wells. Like I want to be like philanthropist, give it all away back.
Really?
It's like because at the end of the day, life is like a casino.
Oh.
Everybody has like chips that they're dealt with, and you play with your chips, and at the end of the day, you have to put those chips back on the table because you can't. The end of
So
the
you won't be
day,
like a greedy rich or a greedy
eh,
like a
at
greedy
least if I
celebrity?
could go to the restaurant that I want,
Uh,
don't have the money problems like because the stress, and my kids are okay, my wife is good. Like if I have like what like for like if I have like a car that's a good car, like yeah,
what do you mean by that though?
like I just wanna live like a life of freedom more than anything. I wanna be free. If I wanna travel, I travel. If I wanna do this, like that's the type of life
But
that I
you'll
want.
always be known around the world. Like you won't really be free. There'll be people always be by your side and like taking pictures and stuff or like just bothering you. Like no privacy.
It depends, but the type of acting, because I don't think like like Eugenio Derbez, that is like a Mexican actor that people go take pictures of him like randomly, like and he's like a good actor, like
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, man. I just hope that one day I'm there and I could tell.
That's good.
This was with a lot of value. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to give us a comment, a like,
Okay.
and follow us in all.
Okay, cool. So I think that concludes our first podcast with a famous person. Yes, I'm just kidding. So today, I hope you guys learned a lot. The value that he was saying was incredible. I hope you guys can take whatever we've been talking about, me, Jonah, and Julio, and then just take it and run with it. I mean, we're not up there yet, but we will get there. So thank you again, Julio, for joining the podcast and talking with us. Tell us about the movies and stuff that you're gonna do, and probably I'll probably subscribers up there and whatever. And Jonah's gonna be with me again,
Definitely,
hopefully
man.
soon
Yeah,
again.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your time, and definitely make sure to subscribe, give like, share this content, because we want to give more value to you guys.
Of course. Thank you.